first day of the First World Conference on Soil and Water Conservation under Global Change started at 10 in the morning with the presentation of the Congress. The act was conducted by the President of CONSOWA, Dr. Ildefonso Placentis, and also by Enric Mir, representing the Diputació de Lleida, and Narciso Pastor, representing the Universitat de Lleida. In the presentation, all three speakers insisted in the great opportunity that is for a city like Lleida to hold a congress of these characteristics. Dr. Pla pointed that CONSOWA is the first of its kind, as is the first congress in the field that could join together all the main soil and water conservation organizations. Just after the presentation of the congress was the turn of the conference by Dr. Radon Lau from Ohio State University. His presentation was focused on the conservation of soil and water as a way to mitigate the climate change and also advancing food and nutritional security. His approach is that the increasing world population and decreasing per area arable land and renewable fresh water supply, among with other factors, are creating new challenges to soil health, and it's imperative to work on sustainable agricultural systems. He also insisted in the importance of the new soil management systems, but in general he seemed very optimistic about the future of the field. Then was a turn for Dr. Winfried E.H. Blum from the University of Natural Resources and Life Science of Vienna to talk about the threats to soil and water conservation. He offered a worldwide perspective in the general developments and future scenarios in this era. Using different examples to describe the current situation of the two-thirds of the global land and soil that can be profitable, he exposed how the soil health of this land is being threatened. After the lunch break, the former president of the European Society for Soil Conservation, Dr. José Luis Rubio, gave his keynote presentation about the new perspectives for soil and water conservation in today's global transition scenario. During his presentation, he made some references to classical culture figures to reinforce his point of view that the soil conservation is a very important issue to the future of our world. It not only is important in the biodiversity maintenance, but also in the climate change mitigation and the need to increase the food production. After Dr. Rubio, Dr. Samir El-Swafi from the University of Hawaii was about to start with his presentation about the diagnostic criteria for soil degradation and the necessary distinctions for tropical environments, but before he started, he noticed that the audience in the auditorium was feeling a bit sleepy, mostly because of the high temperatures and the hour, so he asked all of them to stand up and wake up a little. After this little anecdote, he proceeded with his presentation, where he pointed that many of these diagnostic criteria for soil degradation have been developed in temperate regions, and many of these diagnostics are not applicable in tropical environments. The last keynote speaker of this first day was Carmelo Dazzi from the Universitat de Lleida de Palermo. His conference presented an environmental and also economic approach to the anthropogenic soils and the soil security, presenting a case study of phytotechnics application in the island of Sicily, Italy. During his research, he has found that although by now these techniques have been proven really effective, in an economic level, we cannot ignore that they could trigger potentially a decrease in the quality of the environment. Then, the meeting split in two different groups, one in the auditorium and one in the video conference room, where some of the attendants of the Congress exposed their researches in 15-minute presentations. Also, the poster area on the floor below became very active, with posters from exposers from countries as Chile, China, USA, or France. Finally, the action moved to La Seu Bella, where was a reception concert offered in the cloister of the cathedral. In the concert, some classic pieces of the Catalonian culture were played, and after that, the toast closed the first day of CONSOWA 2017.